I'm the Global Runner and I'm trying to get under 2:30 in the Montreal Marathon, aged 50. In this episode, I run across the country. Wildfire smoke makes running outside hazardous. And I have an actual bear encounter. So the full week's training is here, and as you can see, I didn't focus on mileage this week, but there were some key sessions in there that I really feel like I hammered and nailed really well. Sunday, for example, was 21 miles or 34k with some decent pace in there. Tuesday was my double threshold day, and that was all leading up to Thursday, which was the key session of the week. Let's have a look at how each of those sessions went. So it is Saturday, July the 20th, and I've just finished a 90-minute run, just a nice, easy cruise around Waterton. But it's quite an eventful one. First thing I wanted to say was quite often I like trying to teach my body to fat burn, and so I got up, had a drink, did some activation exercises and went. No food, nothing else. So running sort of relatively long on a fasted body, I think helps my body burn fat more readily and teaches it to burn fat preferentially. So I do that sometimes. I get up and I just go. Obviously, when you finish there, you gotta immediately get a protein shake in, also known as a latte. The second thing was, while I was out there running, a lady said to me, "You look so strong when you're running. I'm envious." And I just wanted to shout out to that attitude. That's so nice. Like, I really appreciated that, so thank you. And then the final thing was I was running along the road and all of a sudden this park ranger starts honking at me and leans out his window and shouts, "There's a bear right there." And I'm running along a main road in town and I look up and there's a grass ledge with some bushes, and right there, like he could have licked me, was a little black bear. Like, so that was a pretty crazy run, but good overall. Happy with the 90 minutes and get me ready and prepped for tomorrow's longer run, hopefully with a little bit of spice in it. Sunday was a long run and my plan was to just get over 20 miles, but my extremely tall friend had a session where he wanted to get some faster efforts in, and so I helped him out with that. So really what we did was we got to 13 miles, which is about 21k, and we picked the pace up. And the idea was to start approaching marathon pace, but you know, with the elevation and the heat and the number of factors, we decided that 6-minute miling, which is 3:43 a kilometre, would be a good start for the first few miles. So we did 4 miles at that pace, and then we picked it up a little bit to about 5:50 a mile, which is, I guess, about 3:35 to 3:38 a kilometre. So we did 4 miles at 6-minute miling and then 3 miles at 5:50 a mile. And I was really happy with that. It turned into a bit more of a progression run than I wanted, but that was a really good, solid effort. And my prize was an entire rest day getting ready for Tuesday's effort. Tuesday morning was a session of 3 by 7 minutes at about 10k pace, really trying to get some speed into the legs.
One done. Went through the mile in 5:18. Two done. 5:15. I went through that mile in. I'm not going to lie, these legs are soft. Sunday's longer run is definitely still in these legs. So I'm giving myself plenty of recovery. 5 minutes recovery, because it's all about the speed. But man, this is definitely a shock to the system, which is the point. Hills this afternoon rather than like 400s, because I don't want to be obsessing over the pace. I'm bound to have tired legs tonight, and that's okay. That is tough. I did 5:13 through the mile on that one, so the fastest. But man, I struggled with that last 2 minutes. The lactic acid buildup is insane. So I wore the Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris on those ones. It's a great shoe. I could really feel the benefit in the last ones. they've got the most grip I've heard on any shoe. They are really loud if you're wearing them in an office block. And also, I can feel the right carbon fiber plate under the ball of my foot, just a little bit. Now, I've had that on other shoes, so that might be an ish me rather than an issue. Overall, I like them, and they definitely helped when I was getting tired on that one. So I guess it's kind of ironic that about 3 or 4 months ago I stood on this exact spot and complained that it was too cold. And back then I think it was minus 33, and today it's plus 33. So I wonder if there are many places in the world with that level of differential. But today I'm going to run up this hill a few times. I haven't decided how many. I'd like to make 10, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to take my time over it. I'm going to give myself as much recovery as I need. But that's the plan, is to get some hills done today.
Wednesday was 5 miles or 8k, super easy, ready for the big session of the week on Thursday.
Now, smoke is back in our city in a big way. An air quality advisory was issued early this morning as haze from nearby wildfires dipped into Calgary, and the heat only made the problem worse. Let's bring in Tim Brook now with details. Tim, this is really the first extreme smoke event in Calgary this summer.
The bad news is it's still extremely dangerous. Heavy smoke conditions like this pose a risk for everyone, and while they've been known to cause a pretty big bump when it comes to both cardiac and respiratory problems.
So obviously I didn't run outside. I ended up doing this session on the treadmill, which was definitely the right move. I was a little bit annoyed because I feel like I'm cheating when I do these types of sessions on the treadmill, and in winter, I spend so much time on the treadmill that I really want to run outside as much as I can when there's no snow on the ground. But it could be worse, and sometimes you have to make the best of an imperfect situation. And I recognize that there are a ton of people out there battling these fires and doing a great job. So hopefully they all stay safe. So me running on the treadmill for one session is not the end of the world. So I tried to take the positives from everything, and the positive from this was that I could pick the speed that I wanted, which was 10.5 miles an hour, which was 5:42 a mile or 3:32 a kilometre. And I did a warm-up and then 5 by 9 minutes. So obviously this is marathon pace, and I did 45 minutes of effort at marathon pace with 3 minutes of recovery. Decent session, super hard. My heart rate got up to 167 at one point, which was good. And I feel like I got what I needed out of the session, despite the minor inconvenience. Okay, and that is what hard work looks like. Hopefully you can see the sweat on there. Okay, look at this wall. Gross. That's my sweat. Okay, so done. That's hot in that room, but that was a good session. Really worthwhile, really enjoyed it. I guess it's good to be on the treadmill, keeps you under control, keeps you at the right pace, and is a constant, so that's all good. I'm outside now and you can smell the smoke. It's just straight away you can smell it, so it was the right move. I don't like doing them on the treadmill, particularly as a lot of times in the winter I'm running on the treadmill, so I try and get outside as much as I can, but it's just not possible when it's like this. So hopefully the sky's clear, hopefully people put out the fires safely, and thank you for that. But that is another week done, and we're inching closer to the marathon. So the plan next week is a decent amount of mileage. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do, but I'm going to up the mileage and see where that takes me. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget to mash the like button, and I'll see you on the next one.